Excellent connection. Are we streaming? Oh, we are streaming. Look at that. Holy shit. We're online, man.
All right.
That's instantaneous.
Super easy.
All right. Let's see. Are you able to see us from this?
Oh, I need to tuck my shirt in.
I need to look shirt in.
I need to look presentable.
Oh, man. Are we actually on here? Oh, shit, we are on this freaking thing. Look at this. There's nobody watching because I just started it, but you know, why not? That's right. It's unlisted. That's why. Hold on a minute. Edit.
List it up. Wow, Larry. You are Larry on the spot.
Oh, shit. I gotta lower this. Come on, Larry. That's good. All right, so visibility, public, done. All right, so let's see if this works. All right, we got monetization. Oh, monetization's off. No, I want monetization on.
Yeah, put that on. Put that stuff on.
All right, here we go. All right, we're on for a minute and a half already, apparently. Okay, so the stream is going. All right, Clay's right in front of the camera. Can anyone hear us, see us, anything? It's an impromptu live stream. Oh, we got 1 like and we got 7 concurrent viewers. Woo! Impromptu live stream.
Literally just
it was his idea.
Just started.
Thanks, Clay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, I got comments here. All right, and they can see and hear us. I hope you guys can hear us okay because we're wearing these little lapel microphones, Wi-Fi to the laptop, to the home network, and out to the World Wide Web. So, hey, live stream impromptu thing. I was toying with the idea of doing it or not. I decided originally not to, and we still kind of aren't. This is just sort of an impromptu one we're going to have here for just a little bit.
Totally impromptu.
So we got Clay from JaDeD Brewing, myself, and no one else. It's just me and him. What we're doing today is brewing an American standard lager, BCJP category 1B, if those who want to know what that is. And we're doing a rice adjunct, which is what the big deal was today. About a year ago, I brewed a corn lager, I called it, which was basically the same recipe with corn, similar recipe with corn, and it was really good. And I thought, I'm doing it with rice next time, and now it's been almost over a whole year since I had a chance to do it. So we're doing a rice lager today. And back here, I have the boil just started. In fact, I need to add the hops to it, actually. I just remembered. But we did a cereal mash earlier today, which I filmed, or we filmed. So maybe I'll do a little produced video after this.
He filmed.
And well, he actually, the cameraman, I made him do all the work.
There. Yeah.
And so we're going to do that, but I had to do a cereal mash, my first one ever. And it was interesting, wasn't it? I mean, it was your first one, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've never heard of cereal mash. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never actually participated in it. And Larry was texting a few days ago, and he said, like, I'm going to do a cereal mash because I've got this this rice that I got from this Mexican grocery store. And I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, do you want to come by? And I'm like, yeah, I'll come by. And then I've never actually done a cereal mash myself. I've mostly done DME or all grain, or I haven't done like the cereal mash step. So we did that today. And like Larry said, he's got it all documented. He's going to upload it later. I don't know if later today or later.
Oh, I don't know when.
In a week or something. But it's pretty good. And then we were just talking, and it's like, hey, how about we go live? And so here we are.
Yep. And then we're just ready to add some crystal hops to the start of the boil. A little behind schedule here. This is One of the downsides to doing a cereal mash is that it takes an extra hour plus of your time to heat up the water and to gelatinize the rice and add it to your mash tun and all that stuff. Oh, that smells good.
No, it smells bad.
Oh, come on, you know better.
Of course it smells good. It's hops.
Yeah. So
Oh man, it smells so good.
so we need an ounce,
So good.
an ounce and a half of crystal hops that we're going to put into this. Actually, probably should have. Anyway. So we decided to like start a live stream just for a while, just to check in with you guys and wish you all a happy United States Independence Day weekend, by the way. Hooah for all you fellow vets out there and others in the service and those who've served. Hats off to y'all. And it's a big holiday weekend for us here. 3-day weekend. Hats off. Hats off to y'all. What we're brewing today is a sort of, not really a clone, but basically Budweiser. You knock it all you want. I actually am a fan of rice adjunct beers. A lot of Japanese lagers are kind of in vogue now and kind of a fad today, right? But don't forget the original American rice lager, Budweiser or Butt Wiper, depending on what you want to call it. But
Kind of rude.
But actually, I don't mind Budweiser. It's as long as it's not in a bottle and it's not been aged
good.
wrong or served in nasty old dirty beer lines in some pub somewhere, which is usually the common case. If you can get a fresh, unskunked, fresh tasting can or draft of Bud, it's actually pretty refreshing, honestly, I think. But so yeah. That's our goal. I'm going to add the hops in now, if you don't mind. Go ahead here.
Can we do a camera
Oh, I just dumped it
change here? Or?
Sure, if you want to move the camera around. I'm trying to record some of this as well, so we can move the camera around too. But I gotta set a timer now for
there.
45 minutes or so. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna set me a timer. So I'm trying to film while I'm doing this live stream, which is another reason why I was trying to avoid doing a live stream, because I thought we'd be doing too much at one time. But I think with two guys and our heads put together and 4 arms, we can probably figure out how to do this in a way that's not too bad, right?
Chad's not here.
Chad's not. Yeah.
If Chad were here, it'd be easy.
Yeah, Chad should have came, but he had other plans for the weekend.
Gone.
That's all right. Is it working?
I think so.
Here,
I don't know. Can you see it on the thing there?
Oh, the camera on the stream?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but who cares? I mean, it's it's fine. It's no big deal, just as long as we get the shot that we want. So let me see some of your comments here, folks. You can't smell me, RP. Hysterical. So we just thought we'd hang out. What I'm doing for the grill? Well, last night I made some chorizo tacos and some homemade salsa on the grill, which we're eating in the background here. About a month ago, I had
so good.
Yeah, it is. Wasn't it good? Wasn't it good?
Yeah.
And I got more. I also have leftovers. I made for a big party that I had last month that Clay was over for. We had I made a whole barbecue. We had a bunch of people here, a big party, and I made a lot of pulled pork, and so much pulled pork, in fact, that we actually we vacuum sealed portions of it and froze it. And so we're going to re-enjoy that meal from a month ago today.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Larry, I don't know, you guys might not know, but Larry has a vast amount of people that come to his garage, to his house, and he had like tents up. He had tents up there, tents up back,
and tents everywhere,
tents all over the place,
tables, chairs.
A lot of people just brought food, and it was pretty awesome.
I even made homebrew, right?
You had a delicious homebrew. It was the
what did I even make? I don't remember. It was that pale ale.
Idaho 7.
It was the Idaho 7 pale ale that we did that video on about a month and a half ago that we made fun of Craig Tube. No, we didn't make fun of Craig too, but
I wouldn't say made fun.
no, we didn't make fun of Craig too. We featured Craig too.
Yeah.
On that video. But that was the tasting video, but that's the beer that I made for that party that we drank at the party, and I made all this food and everything.
I think it went dry at the end of the night, I think.
Yes, we pretty much killed the beer. I made those famous barbecue beans that's on my channel. That's probably still after 7 years, my most popular video.
Good. Yeah,
it's amazing. So we ate all that. So we're eating basically leftovers today, but it's good leftovers. It's good.
good leftovers.
We got some compliments, thanking for the live stream and all, and everyone here. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I just think this would be a lot better if Chad was here.
Yeah, if Chad was here. I'm just giving him crap.
Just crap given.
It was
crap flinging out.
It was Chad's birthday a couple of days ago, so I was. Yeah. So I was hoping he'd come up, but he had plans and stuff. Holiday weekend and all.
That happens.
It happens. This boil's a little bit low for my taste. I'm going to jack it up here in a moment. Here, raise it up a bit. There we go. So okay. So what I wanted to share again is Happy 4th of July, Independence Day. Actually, for those, a bit of trivia. I had this question from some guys that I hang out with today through a text thread that were wishing everyone a Happy 4th of July, and some guys were going, well, it's only the 2nd. Well, truth is, the Declaration of Independence was adopted by the Continental Congress on when? July 2nd. That's right. They post-dated it, or predated it actually, July 4th for some reason I don't remember, but it was actually adopted on July 2nd, and that was the day that was intended to be celebrated. And somehow I forgot the details. It became the 4th because of the date on the document, which is
there you go.
But that's it. There you go.
Today's the day.
So today's officially the day.
If you're celebrating on Monday, you're wrong.
Well, it's like all those people in like the year 1999. Oh, the year 2000, the millennial, the millennium, right? Well, truth was there was no year 0. There was a 1 BC and a 180, never a year 0, which means the end of the 2000 year millennium was actually the end of the year 2000. Not the end of the year 99. So for those who were partying in 1999, you were a year too early. just a little bit of trivia there, right? So okay. So again, making a rice lager. Never made a rice lager before. American style. I'll do a Japanese one too, probably, because that's pretty much of a fad thing today now too in the U.S. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll do one of those features.
Withhold my ethnic jokes.
But you might be asking why, Larry. Why did you waste an extra hour of your time to do a cereal mash that you've never done before?
Good question.
On a day like this? Well, because I had time to kill for one, but more importantly, I've been called this before. Chad's actually called me this on air before, on air live stream. He's called me this before. He's called me cheap, right?
What?
Yeah, he has, and he was right. He was right, because what happened was, I went to the homebrew store, I was going to buy 6 pounds of flaked brown rice, which is flaked, for those who don't know, is the pre-gelatinized version of the rice that you can just throw right into your mash and throw it right on in there, right? It's pre-processed. Well, I did not know that I was going to spend almost $5. Yeah, I was going to spend almost $5 a pound. So almost $30 a pound for processed rice when I can buy it for $1.50 a pound unprocessed at the local grocery store. Did that, but there's no free lunch here. There's the fact that I had to come back around and do this pre-mash mash. They call it a cereal mash, in order to get the rice prepared to be used in a real mash, which is what we did before we went live. We're now at the boil stage, just so you know. So that's why we're here killing time, talking to you guys, wanting to see what's going on.
We're like, what the heck? Might as well go live. And Larry's like, sure, I can do that.
Beep,
hey. Boop, boop. And then immediately he went live, and I was like, Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were going to go live right now.
He dared me, I did it, and here we are.
Yeah.
So, not sure. I don't think we're going to be here live for that long, guys. I mean, because it's going to be a long afternoon.
Unless you want us to be.
Unless you want us to be. But, I mean, I was just going to do just a short hello and everything. I got a question here from, well, there's some questions on here. What happened to Brian? Brian at Short Circuited? He hasn't posted in months. Well,
that was my question as well when I saw Larry this morning.
Yeah, Clay asked me that same question this morning, and I mean, I don't know what I can. He's busy, right? I'm busy, which is why I haven't been making a lot of videos either. In fact, even the live streams I thought I'd be doing every month this year, I haven't even been able to do those. And so the truth is, it's just time. He's got, I don't know if he's got a new job or a new role in his current job, but it's got him as busy today as I've been for the past 3 years. And you might have noticed, starting around 2019, my frequency of videos took a big nosedive because I travel for my job. I'm not home much, and when I was home, I was tired or busy or getting caught up from being away, and the whole hobby thing became, just like all hobbies, get pushed to the side, including not just brewing, but cooking and even filming that stuff, right? So that kind of goes to the wayside. So Brian is having, I think, from what he tells me, is a similar issue. He's just busy with his job. He's got other priorities right now, as well as I have. And the fact that I'm doing a brew day video in the background here and doing a live stream is actually amazing. I didn't think I'd actually be able to do this as soon this year as I am today. So. I've just been busy. And
so I do have a message for Brian if he's watching. Hey man, we need you with a monkey wrench because there's a lot of weirdos on this live chat here. We need you with the monkey wrench that you can slap them down. I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding, but I do want to hang out with Brian. Yeah. Sometime.
Where's our moderator? We gotta get that road trip straightened out.
Yeah.
3 times now. Three times. I think three or two or three. Three. Yeah. I thought. Yeah. Three times to like make a
2022. Yeah.
An in-person gathering, and each time it just falls apart because of a problem somewhere along the way. It's amazing how hard it is to get together with people who don't live near you.
Yeah.
That's Ohio and Brian, Illinois here, you know. But it doesn't seem
like
far away.
It's like an 8-hour drive, but that's all right. We'll hang out at some point, I'm sure, Brian. I don't know what your schedule looks like. If you're watching this, I'm talking only to Brian now. All of you other people, I'm not talking to you. I'm only talking to Brian. Call us. Let's get this meetup.
Let's work this out, man. It's summertime, baby. It's summertime. It's a great road trip.
I mean, you got like work, you got different stuff, but you can hopefully put that on the back burner for, you know, Larry.
For a day.
Yeah.
Two, you know, for us.
Yeah.
You know, we got a question here asking about Chad. I think I mentioned earlier, Chad is he's got other plans this weekend. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, he's just chilling by a pool. Well, why not?
Yeah.
Now, got a question. A statement. Todd Porter says both of you guys should come to BRAJCON. Now, is
BRAJCON?
That CH's? Yeah, I remember.
Are you kidding me?
CH was talking about hosting a BRAJCON at his new place in Knoxville.
Is that in Stockholm?
Well, that's where he's at today, or was. But I already told him. Dude, Knoxville is a 7-hour drive from here, or 7.5 hours.
That's, doable.
Doable. I mean, I've done it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've driven down there before.
If that barrage wants to give us a tent outside his
humble dome. Yeah. He's actually renting a house.
Really?
I think he's got like an actual 1-story house. I think.
Okay.
He's renting. I think.
If he wants to give us a tent outside his house,
yeah,
then these barrages
as long as we let us shower
ready
inside.
to go. I mean, shower. That's asking a little much, isn't it?
But yeah, I remember him talking about it. I gotta talk to him about. Does anyone know when that BRAJCON? I mean, it's not set in stone, right? It's still a virtual kind of.
Hey, is this like a real thing? Is this a real thing? Like the BRAJCON?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I think it's not official, but I think there's like a movement to have our own homebrew con, because Clay, he's the owner of JaDeD Brewing. He didn't even go to the homebrewing conference this year, homebrew con in Pittsburgh. I didn't go for a variety of reasons. But then some people were talking about, hey, well, let's do our own, and that's where I think the idea of the BRAJCON came from. It's like, we'll do our own conference thing, right? And not to take away from that conference. It's just that since we weren't going to that one, let's have our own is kind of the mindset.
Sure, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for BRAJCON. Like I said, you might not want to do tent outside.
Oh, I got tents right here in my attic, man. I got all the camping gear.
Let's get up there.
I just don't want to look like a hillbilly camping out on his front lawn, but it is Eastern Tennessee. It's Knoxville, so maybe it's natural. I'm just kidding, you Knoxvillians. I love you guys. In fact,
Knoxvillians?
Knoxvillians, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we call them. I don't know. Huh? Is that a real term? I don't know.
No, I think so. I think you just made it a term. Knoxvillians.
What I'm drinking here, what I'm drinking is okay, so
this thing is,
yeah, I gotta light mine up again too.
Yeah.
So the issue is that a tradition that I always do is that if I'm brewing a style of beer, I want to have the drink while I'm brewing that represents that style of beer. So what I'm doing is an American lager with rice. The only American lager with rice I'm aware of is like Budweiser. So we have a couple buds here. We have more than a couple here. Just as a, this is what we're brewing. You smell the wort boiling. You're stirring the pot. You're drinking a finished version of something like that. Hopefully ours is going to be better, right?
It would. It will be. It will be better.
Oh,
it's about to be better. Then now I'm British. So
then we got a comment from the same guy, Todd Porter.
We got a comment.
He says, "CH will make you take off your shirt and show him how hairy you are. Then you can sleep inside."
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I'm okay. I got more on my back than I do on my front. So if you don't mind a teddy bear, here you go. A question: have you tried the all-in-one PRV from Spike? It's interesting that you say that, because
interesting you said that,
because one of my motivations for brewing today was to have a batch of beer that I can use this in. So this is can I show it there? I don't know. So this is the new Spike PRV that they're gonna. Is this available publicly yet?
Yes.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So I just got this about just a couple of weeks ago or more. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. So this is my first chance to try it. You want to try it? Go ahead.
It's a hefty.
Oh yeah. It's hefty.
Thinking 20 pounds.
It's pretty cool.
Maybe not 20. 12.
It's probably. Probably. Let me see. Oh, you got it. Yeah. You tell me. But I'm going to give it a try here. I'm going to use it here with the Spike Flex Plus, because so Clay and I were talking a little bit about this earlier. So it's really robust. It's heavy duty. It does everything I think they advertise and talk about in their video on it. I haven't used it yet, but it looks really high quality. In fact, it's even got a gel-filled gauge, right? I mean, that's a sign of quality right there, right? I mean, that's actually really awesome. But the downside is that unless you have I think it's a 1.5 inch tri-clamp port, unless you have a fermenter with this, then you can't use this, right? So the only fermenter I have that has the ability to mount this is my Spike Flex Plus, which I have here, but I also have some other ones around here. I got some others, but they all use the ball lock posts, right? So if you're going to get one of these, you obviously need a fermenter that can hold one of these, and that's the only downside, is that now you're getting into the higher bracket of home brewing equipment rung, right?
That's a good, that's a really good point.
Yeah. So if you're a frugal
you can't just throw it on your.
I can't throw it on my Fermentosaurus or my snub nose fermenter king or whatever else I got, or my a 5-gallon keg, right, as a fermenter. So that's the only thing about it, is that if you're going down this road, you're committed to using those type of vessels that can accept it, which also have a higher price point to them, right? Because prior to that, I was using this thing, which is the pressure manifold that would come with spike. And the fermenters, but you notice that this one doesn't have any fluid-filled gauge, right? And this one does have a fluid-filled gauge. So it's a big upgrade for sure, but I'm excited to try it. I just haven't tried it yet. I will for the next 2 weeks though. So I'm totally stoked about it.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
Awesome.
So yeah, so we got a lot of good comments here about everything. Should I keep an eye on the boil for a minute here and see what we're doing? So it's got a good rolling boil.
I mean, you could keep talking if you want, but I could watch the boil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think people would rather hear you talk.
Do you know what?
I'm always talking on this channel.
If Chad was here,
yeah. If Chad was here,
Chad would just be like, "Hey,
you forgot to open the valve there, bro.
Today I measured what Larry was doing, and he's doing it wrong." And you'd be like, "What?
What?" Yeah. In fact,
anyway.
In fact, I already forgot one measurement. See, so I gotta enter in the starting volume.
You, Chad.
See, this is what happens when you socialize, talk, and hang out and have fun, is that you forget the actual work involved.
See, this is what happens when I convinced Larry to go live, because we were just like brewing all day, and I was like, "You should go live," and he's like, "No, I shouldn't," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead and go live." And so now he's live, and now he's messing stuff up, and I'm just visiting. So,
what did we start with for a boil? Was it 13.75 or 13 and a quarter?
13.75.
What's 13.75 quarts? Oh, gallons. I mean, okay, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I can't read any of your comments. I love, how many people are watching right now? Like 2?
Oh no, there was let me see here. We have 36. We have 40 actually now. Just
40.
It
okay.
just went up.
So all y'all that are watching, give us a comment. Give Larry a thumbs up. I don't know if that matters anymore. Does it matter anymore? Like,
yeah,
when you get like a thumbs
like
up,
the video if you
like
could.
the video, share it.
Whatever. I know.
I feel like it's kind of like a like. Do you remember when you used to call like a phone number, and then you get like a bing, and you get like a leave a message after the tone? Like, you don't have to know to leave a message because you already know that it's an answering machine. I feel like it's similar to that, where you don't have to know to give a thumbs up and give a like and give a share or whatever. But I think you should do that. But I don't know why you have to be like told to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, give a thumbs up, give a like, give a share. Like, I hope that y'all are very smart with the internet, and that you would give Larry a thumbs up, because I mean, he's stinking awesome. So give a thumbs up, give a like, give a share, give a whatever. I don't know.
Or there's like the most awesomest way to show appreciation is what they do on those other live streams. What's that?
It's called
the tip thing or the pay thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's called a super chat.
Super chat. There you go. I almost forgot what that was called. All right, so what I'm doing now, guys, I'm taking a hydrometer reading. I took a reading right as the boil started. It's been cooling while we were talking. Now it's ready to take a measurement. So now I'm going to do a measurement, and I'm measuring out my original gravity, 1.041 at 86.4 degrees, but then it converts it down to the right. Okay, so 1041. I'm going to create a new batch called American. So this thing is awesome. This Easy Dens device. It's really cool. I mean, yeah, it's not cheap, but it really is cool. So now I just got, oh darn it, I don't want to do a review. I just want to go. Okay, so that's the downside to it. They keep asking you to like rate it online. So just keep everyone entertained while I punch this in. So let's see here.
So what I was saying about Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. That's your favorite topic, by the way.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is my cigar. This is Larry's cigar. Same time. We lit them up at the same time. So I'm not really sure.
I'm too busy thinking about the job at hand.
Yeah, I've got nothing to worry about. I'm just like, there's no fights going on across the street. There's nothing happening except Chad's not here. Okay, that's
All right.
my dramatic.
All right, so hold on a minute. Let me light my cigar.
Can't even put my glass down.
So I was trying to multitask. So this is the problem with like multitasking. I'm trying to check the chat. I'm trying to check my spreadsheet to make sure I didn't miss any inputted values. Make sure I didn't miss any steps. Make sure my timer is going to know when to add the next hop addition. Right. So that's what we're doing right now. But it's always an adventure when we do these things. Ryan wants to do a NBC. Is that that's the beer chug thing that CH wants us always to do. What? Oh, you know how when he does his videos on Homebrew for Life, when he does the whole 2-minute like, and everyone's pounding beers and screaming at the camera.
What's the NBC?
NBC, is it massive beer chug? Or no, mandatory beer chug.
NBC, yeah.
But, you know, I got about no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I've been drinking since 10 o'clock already this morning. I don't want to go up to that next level just yet, you know?
No. We will do it in the future, but not currently.
Hey, we got Jesse or Neil from Yeast and the Beast here talking about
Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse, you got like a package coming to you, buddy. Buddy, you got a package coming to you.
He does.
I
nice.
sent it last Wednesday.
Oh, you probably should have it by now then, right? Did you receive your package, Yeast and the Beast?
Anytime now.
All right, so well, thank you for the compliment, IFC Sponge. Says, nice one, Larry. My favorite brewing channel. Thumbs up. Thank you very much, sir. I wish I had more details to share with you, but again, this is like that lull between the storm, right? The eye of the storm. We were doing all the mashing. Now we got the boil, and now we're just killing some time here, right? So there's really not a whole lot to show. There's really nothing to really show. I've only got this one camera up right now. Normally, as you probably remember, if you've done these, watch these older live streams, I have a camera there, I have a camera here, a camera there, and I'd be switching views and things and all that jazz. Honestly, I didn't know if I was going to be able to have the bandwidth to handle that and figure out a new process. Again, I've never done a cereal mash before, so it was kind of cool, interesting. An interesting thing to try if you've never done it. And what's funny about that, because you know we're on YouTube here, obviously, right? I tried to look up a instructional video.
Nothing to find
on cereal mashing. There's nothing, and I saw one video that had an excerpt where they did is that they cooked the instant rice in a pan and dumped it in the mash, which isn't the right way to do it, from what I understand. So I thought, hey, you know, let's film the process. That's been documented on paper, at least. Put a video onto it, which is what I was focused on today. Earlier, we've already filmed all that. I just got to put a video together for it, and that was my focus today. It was not a live stream. It was about how to do a cereal mash because it doesn't exist on YouTube yet, and I found that interesting. Have you ever done a cereal mash? Let me know down here or comment if you have or haven't or whatever. I'm just curious because we were talking about this earlier. It's like, well, why isn't there more knowledge about this? And honestly, my theory is that it's because the homebrew shops have flaked adjuncts like flake corn, flake rice, flaked oats are already ready to use, which I've used in small quantities over the years for like things like flaked wheat and stuff for like wit beers and things, but never like, but when the grist is like a huge percentage of your grain bill, that cost is crazy. So now it's like, you're not just putting 1 pound in, you're putting like 6 pounds in. Okay, yeah. And it's not like it's a buck or two anymore. Now it's like 6, 10, 20, 30, 40 bucks, right? It gets out of hand for that kind of larger size grain bill. So I thought, let's go ahead and try the old-fashioned cereal mash and take care of that.
You decided to go live.
And that's what I decided to do. And I'm going to do a video on it as an amateur. I'm not a subject matter expert. It's, like I said, it's my first time doing it.
I don't know.
And I thought it'd be something that at least to be on YouTube that someone can search on how to do a cereal mash. And there you go. There'll be a video with my name on it, hopefully at the top of the search results that you can go click on and say, here's how you do a cereal mash, because again, I came up dry trying to find any good content on that whatsoever online. It's a gap. And now I think it's because we're so convenient. It's so convenient to just buy it. Just like I said, buy it pre-gelatinized, pre-flaked, pre-torrefied already for you. But I guess in order to save 25 bucks or so, I decided to spend an hour and a half of my time fighting with a process I'd never done before just to get it work. But it turned out well. It did exactly what articles I've read about have said to do. It would, add so much water, so much temperature, so much time, boil for so long until it's a thick porridge, all that kind of stuff. It was amazing to actually see it happen because, again, there's no video, no pictures of this process anywhere online that I could find. If you know differently, let me know. I'll go look at those videos and take a look at them in hindsight, but couldn't find one before today. Okay, so all right, so hey, all right, so is it Jesse's your real name, Neil, or Yeast and the Beast? I guess I don't know what to call you now, man, because Clay was telling me you got like 3 different names, different personas online or whatever. But yeah, cool that you got that. I'll let him know in case he doesn't see this here. How much rice did I add? Well, I'm doing a 10-gallon batch, so it's about almost a third of my grain bill at about 6 pounds. I had a 16 pounds of 2-row malt, 6 pounds of the rice. So that's a pretty good ratio. It's about a third, which is pretty good. We'll see how it turns out. My first rice beer. I've done a corn-based adjunct beer last year, video back in May, about a year ago, called American Corn Lager. You can go back and watch that video if you want, about that, and that turned out excellent. Nice, clear, really light body, really crisp and refreshing. That was a big hit. So I thought I'd just do it again with rice and see if I can tell the difference. I actually think I prefer rice as an adjunct over corn. I think it's more of a crisp flavor, which is what I like. I guess the analogy would be if you're a fan of Coke or Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi fan, not a Coke fan. I think Coca-Cola tastes a little sugary, syrupy kind of to it, where I think the Pepsi is more of that crisp, refreshing aftertaste. And that's the analogy, if you can relate to that. So this is what I'm trying to do with the beer. I'm trying to make a crisp, refreshing, light lager, a lawnmower beer, right? Hey, Clay, Clay's back. Hey, Yeast, the Beast says he got your package. Beast. Yep, he got it. Thanks, man. He says, now I need to use it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse, you should use it, or Neil.
I want to hear the story behind why you're using all these alter egos.
I mean, you've got 1,000 subs, buddy. So just saying.
You're doing something right.
Yeah.
You're doing something right.
But you should go by Jesse now, not Neil.
You should reveal yourself.
Jesse.
You should come out of the closet and just reveal. Just say, here's my real I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason for it, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but he won't tell us. So
Well, now is the time for a video.
Cool. That's
you know?
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever, Jesse Neal.
Yeah. So Christian, good point. He just said many Europeans are having fun thinking about rice adjuncts, because they think it's like beneath them. Honestly, when I got into home brewing, I felt the same way. I thought, man, rice and corn were just ways to make beer cheaper. Actually, no. It turns out rice is almost twice as expensive as barley. Corn is about as expensive as barley. At least nowadays, it's not the price or the quality or the getting away with profits. It's not the motivation for that at all. I thought the same thing for years until I came to realize, no, they have their place and purpose. Rice and corn and other kind of adjuncts, they're there to do things like reduce the protein haze in the beer, to make it a little bit more crisp on the palate, right? So the other half of his statement says, but drinking a Belgian 12 ABV in the summertime is no fun. Exactly right. That's what we're talking about. We want a crisp, refreshing, quaffable, drinkable, lawnmower, summertime type beer.
Did you say quaffable?
Quaffable, or is it quaffable?
I have no idea.
It's a word.
I don't
Quaff,
use that. I don't use that word.
Q-U-A-F. Never use it?
Quaffable?
I used to play Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid, so that was a term that was used.
Nerd alert.
Yeah, well, that was then.
How many
Here I am
hit
today.
points did that quaffable get you?
Well,
I'm just kidding. I love you.
well, no, actually, it's funny. It's funny you bring this up, Clay, because Clay went to U of I in Urbana-Champaign, like I did before him. He's a little younger, but
3 years.
3 years, a little overlap. But the undergrad library at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign is underground. It's like 4 stories underground, right at the south end of the main quad. And you may go, what? Why would they spend all the money to like dig down that far? There's a side story.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah. There is an experimental cornfield right there that's been there since the 1800s. That for 150 or more years now, they've been actually doing an experiment every year and measuring yields of the corn in this plot for some experiment they've been doing for over 100 and some freaking years.
That's what they say.
So when they built this library, it was going to shadow and shade the cornfields, so they dug it underground so it wouldn't interfere with this experimental cornfield they have there. It's crazy.
That's
right?
what they say.
That's what they say.
I think that's.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
whatever.
Side story. So the main point is that one day they put a sign up on the main entrance as you walked in saying no food or drink allowed in the library.
Yes.
Okay, but because people are smart asses in college and are English majors and all kinds of other shit, they had all kinds of synonyms for the word eat and drink so they would eat and drink anyway. The employee would come over and say, hey, knock it off. And they say, oh, I'm not eating, I'm imbibing, or drinking, I'm quaffing. A beverage,
Okay.
So they updated the sign that says no eating, drinking, quaffing, imbibing, and they just had all the different synonyms for the same term out there to make sure they covered all their bases. It was hysterical.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So then when I ever went to that library, it was, it was very, very like docile. Docile.
Docile.
Docile.
Yeah.
It was very docile. It was very like nobody like made a noise, which is great. Until then, I experienced when I was in my sophomore year, people started making noise, which probably is just me. But then I started going to the engineering campus, which nobody made a sound like ever, and you could like sleep there. Like literally, I would sleep there, like reading and then fall asleep. But that is way off context of what you're talking about. But yeah, the underground library. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that for years.
Long time, right?
I haven't thought about it for years. But yeah.
Memory lane.
But yeah, people would just like go down and everyone would just like Oh yeah, this makes sense.
Hey, we got a
This doesn't make sense.
got a super chat by Pack Attack, $4.99, baby. Woo! Thank you very much, sir.
Pack Attack.
Cheers. Prost. But yeah, memories, man, memories. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, the underground. Oh my gosh.
So I forgot what the original point was before the quaffing thing came out. We were talking about something related to some. I don't remember now.
Quaffing.
Quaffing, I guess.
You're talking about quaffing.
Which is different from the other alternative, which is similar but slightly different meaning. Quaffing.
Okay.
That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Don't mistake that. Don't mix those up.
Yeah,
You might be
yeah. No,
surprised.
you're talking about quaffing. You're talking about like home brewing and quaffing off the gases, I think. Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll guessing. Got a question here, Thomas Wenstrom, Yo Larry, are you a fan of the grain belt at all? I don't think I've even heard of Grain Belt. Is that a channel? I mean, sorry, I'm a little bit maybe ignorant on that. There's so much going on nowadays around me. I don't get out and watch a whole lot of other stuff nowadays. I assume it's another website or channel or something, right? I think.
The Grain Belt.
But no, apparently I haven't. Daniel Benitez, what are your thoughts on reusing yeast? Well,
What do you think?
it depends, right? I mean, for example, right? If you're completely frugal and you're really into reusing yeast, and because you want to save the $7 for a package of yeast, or $5 or $3, depending on which strain you buy, if you want to go through all the trouble of doing that, because that's fine. Like for me, I was too cheap to buy flaked rice, so now I'm paying the price by doing the hard work to do the back end process that I could have bought in a package, right? So it really depends on your personality and your interests. I tried doing yeast. I reused it early on when I was brewing early on, like 20 years ago.
Did you ever like save with like a flask and do like the
washing and everything.
washing
That's
and
it. I tried to, because I didn't do back-to-back batches every week. I mean, I didn't dump the fermenter, pour the yeast into the next one and keep going, because I didn't brew that often. So
Sure.
So if you brew that often, great. Well, I didn't. So every time I brewed, the yeast would be nearly dead in the fridge anyway. And then you wash it, you clean it.
So you just always did new yeast?
And then you got to feed it and keep it alive and all that stuff. It was just more work, right? I mean, for $8, I just buy them now.
Do you do like the smack pack?
The smack packs. So I got a smack pack right here in the fridge.
Because I know you like USO5.
Yeah. So
Like
I got
the dry yeast.
Well, it really depends on it truly depends on what you're brewing, right? So that was the other reason why I didn't reuse, because every time I brewed a strain or a beer, I brewed a different style of beer, and different styles of beer are benefit from different styles of yeast, right? Like you don't want to use a USO5 on a Belgian wheat beer. You want to use a Belgian wheat beer yeast, right? So what I have for today is a smack pack of the Pilsen 2007 lager from like Y Yeast for like 1 5-gallon fermenter or 6-gallon fermenter, and then the other half batch I'm doing a SAF lager W3470, right? So I'm going to actually ferment this 10-gallon batch in 2 different fermenters, and I'm going to do a little taste testing to see which yeast I prefer better. But do I reuse this yeast anymore? No. To me, it's not worth the trouble. But it depends on how often you brew, what you like to brew. If you brew the same yeast or the same styles that could use the same yeast over and over again, sure.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're a hobbyist like me and want to explore and experiment, I don't think it's worth it.
That makes sense. I have yeast saved from 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
That as far as I can tell, the yeast is still propagating. It's still like being healthy. Uh-huh. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use it again, because I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's because I always just use smack packs.
So good.
So good. So good. I just always use smack packs, and I always just use USO5, just the dry yeast, just put it on the top of the fermenter, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to use it, but I have kept it healthy for these years. I did have one yeast that I got from thinking, who was that? It was a yeast producer out of San Diego area. That their like their selling point was, this is the funkiest smell of the bottom of your horse blanket yeast that you'll ever find. And I'm like, I just don't know if I want to use that. I still have it. I mean, I kept it cold. I kept it in the refrigerator, but I'm not sure if I want to use it because I don't know if I want the funkiest yeast from the bottom of a horse blanket.
It's like
that's their selling point.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure if they're still around, but it was a little alarming as far as like, do I want to use that? And so far I have not used that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm ever going to. Or maybe I'll bring it over here and you can use it.
No, I'm good. Thanks. So some comments here. Comments about the 3470 yeast. I've been using that for a few years now. Outstanding, highly attenuating, settles right out of the freaking beer. Helps with clarity. It ferments under pressure excellently. It's my go-to, but since I was doing a split batch because of having to use or try out the PRV, I had to use the Spikex Plus, which is only a 5-gallon batch type of fermenter. I had to split my batch into 2 fermenters, so therefore I'm going to do an experiment at the same time and try different styles of yeast. The attenuation, did I cheat with the 3470? It's high. It's, I don't know, I mean, it's helps settle it out. I mean, there's other strains that are just stuff that floats in there, like very low. Oh, I'm sorry. Attenuation is a little different than flocculation. The attenuation makes it drier, which it is. So the 3470 is really good for having a nice dry, crisp finish. You get a lower final gravity. It was the flocculation. It's also highly flocculated, which is what I was saying before. I got the terms mixed up because I'm just whatever, but it's highly flocculated, so it settles out nice and clear. And then yeah, so anyway, I have not ever, okay, so we've got a couple minutes left here before I got to add half a minute, so we might as well just go ahead and add the other ingredients. So we're down to the 15-minute mark, and what we're going to do here is add some yeast nutrient, some Whirlfloc tablets, and let's see what else I got to add in here now. That's it for the time being. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Nope, hops not yet. So 2 Whirlfloc tablets. Is this recording?
Don't think so.
It kind of stopped. Let's see here. Oh, you got to zoom in here a little bit. There we go. Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I got it. I got it. Yeah, I got it. All right. So I'm going to throw a couple Whirlfloc tablets in there. I'm going to throw about, what does it say, 1 teaspoon per gallon. No, that's for wine. I think I'm going to eyeball this one. I think it's about a teaspoon, I think, isn't it? And I'm throwing in the yeast nutrient because the rice doesn't have all the same nutrients that the actual barley malt has, right? So since it's about a third of my grain bill, the yeast is going to be missing about a third of the usual nutrients it would get from the malt. So I wanted to supplement it with a little bit of the yeast nutrients so I don't get a stuck fermentation. So that's in there. So now
what was that? Was that a pinch?
Yeah, it's about a teaspoon, a palmful, basically.
Palmful?
Yeah. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer for 5 more minutes, which is be about the 10-minute mark. And then at that point, I'm going to throw my last hop addition, which is I don't know if you can see that in that camera or not, but it's about 1.5 ounces of crystal hops again. Those crystal hops are going to go in there as well. Oh, we probably should put your chiller in there, man. Probably, huh?
Good idea.
It's out
Is
here.
it out there?
It's out here. That's all right.
While Larry gets the chiller, I will. Never mind. He's here.
What's going on up here?
I will talk about chilling efficiency, which is very important if you want to be done with your brew day and use water to get your beer chilled. If you want to use glycol, different conversation, but if you want to use water, JaDeD is the best way to do that.
JaDeD, baby.
I'm gonna help him out.
I don't think you paid for the privilege to advertise on my live stream here, buddy.
I would now give Larry
$5.
$75 from my wallet.
Oh man, that's funny.
But for real, I'm going to give him money because Larry does have the best channel for brewing, and you got to fly on your beer.
Oh, well, that's okay. It probably improved the flavor.
And JaDeD is the best chiller that you'll ever find. And if your name is Neil or Jesse or whatever your name is, I hope that you give us a positive review. And if not, that's fine too. Just let us know. We'll make it right. Because I'm going to lump Larry in with me. We're engineers. You just do what's best. You just do what's better. Do what's best. And if you have a problem with it, then let us know. We'll change it. That's my sell.
Is that your elevator pitch speech?
That's my elevator pitch. And I have to take my glasses off, but I'm pretty sure with my glasses on, I look cooler. I mean, that's my whole thing. I'm trying to look cooler than I am. Anyway. Anywho.
All right, hold on here. I got a lot of buckets, but they all got holes in them because they're for spigots.
Holy bucket!
Now I gotta find the buckets without the holes. There we go. So what I do, for those who don't notice this when I do my other videos and stuff, is that I try to recapture a large chunk of the chilling water. The first few buckets are kind of hot or warm because of the heat exchange, right? Good for washing and cleaning up with later. But I also capture some more additional water for mopping the floors afterwards when I'm done, and some rinse water and things too. So I usually get about six buckets worth of water, and the rest I just let go down the driveway. And hopefully we don't waste that much, because the chilling should happen in a matter of minutes, usually 6 to 8 minutes. Usually, I think it is, if you do it right.
The chilling from JaDeD Brewing is the best chilling.
There he goes. He can't help himself, can he? All right. Okay. So, some questions here. Yeah, for sure. Save the waste for watering plants. I also do that as well, because I do have a garden, right? And yeah. Oh, good. Well, thanks for all the kind words, y'all. Especially, oh, it's been a long time since I made a yeast starter. So yeah, good question. Who said that? 3G? So yes, hold on. I think I need this. Okay, I got 20 seconds here. Yeah. I don't usually need to make a yeast starter for a 5-gallon batch of a low gravity, like an American lager, which is like pretty low. It's like I think the original gravity is going to be in the 1.04 something range. That's pretty low. You don't need to do a starter for that anyway. Generally speaking, unless the yeast is really old, which it's not, I don't think.
What the heck?
There we go. And the dry yeast is so convenient. You buy them, you keep them in the fridge. They last like 2 years compared to like 2 or 3 months for the liquid yeast strain.
It's
so
turned into
I much prefer the dry strains today, as long as they have an equivalent dry strain to a liquid yeast strain that I used to use, right? So because
it's turned into something weird, and now we're live streaming, so it's like, oh my gosh.
Similar.
Sorry.
If I had to choose between a liquid and a dry, I'll choose the dry if they have equivalent characteristics, right? So I need to actually, guys, that was my cue for the last top edition.
So it's turned into something that now we're live streaming.
Let me see if I can.
Totally different animal.
Oh, I've been recording this whole time.
Just like,
you know. Well, anyway,
because we're famous.
just go ahead and dump this in there.
I mean, he's famous, but.
And that was my last top edition. Now I got 10 minutes before flame out. Got a little timer on my phone. Just a little timer. Tick tock, tick tock.
Stinking
right?
Chad.
And no, not tick tock, the stupid app, but tick tock clockwise. Oh, Clay, you got a hot mic out there, buddy. Whatever you're saying is being heard on the stream.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Sorry. All right. So what that is I've thanks to all your support, I've actually was able to afford a better quality wireless lav mic system. This is the Rode Wireless Go 2. I've had it for a couple of months now. I'm still getting used to it. But one of the downsides to having it is that it's always live, unless you mute it, which he doesn't know how to do apparently. So unfortunately, everything we say on the live stream is always going to be carried. So even if you go take a 10100, it's going to be heard. Unfortunately, unless you turn off your mic.
You know what?
Just remember that.
I blame Chad.
so please blame Chad. Anyway, so our mics are always live. So hopefully you can hear us no matter where we walk. Right? You should be able to hear us equally well because we're not dependent anymore on a microphone, on a camera, a microphone on another camera, et cetera, right? Hopefully, so that's the trade-off.
Mrs. Larry, everything I just said was online. I know, pretty rough.
Oh, no, that's the wrong, is it the wrong hose?
It's output.
Oh, I thought this was the output.
No, it's input.
Oh, well then here, just switch over. I put them on the wrong ones.
Oh, shoot.
Didn't I?
Sorry.
Isn't that the input?
Yep.
Here.
I'm wrong, you were right. Gosh dang it. I'm messing up all over the place. I blame you, Chad.
I need a better system.
I think I'm going to
hold on. I'm coming. I'm just trying to get the hose on.
Microphone off.
No, mine's still on, but I just want to. So this is the input here, and then that goes onto the hose here.
Everything I just said.
Here. Oh shit, that's hot. Damn it. Clay, what would you do here, buddy? A little technical difficulty here. There we go. There you go. So this is the water in.
Okay, here we go.
And this is the water out. And this goes into the buckets. There you go.
Yes.
There we go. See, like that, Clay. There you go.
Thank you.
Can't. Playing with hoses is fun. So just a little confusion over as to which was the hose for what. But this is what happens when you don't brew every weekend like I'd like to. Don't have time for. So when you brew every 3 months, you forget little simple things like which is the in and which is the out. That's what happens.
And also if your mic is on or not. I was saying that Larry is pretty famous right now, but I don't know. Somehow I have to own up to this thing that I just said to your wife.
What did he say? What did he say?
I'm not sure. I think I said you're pretty famous and I want to be famous, and I was just kind of making stuff up, but I don't know. I mean, I was right out there. So anyway, hopefully I didn't offend anyone. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know what we said.
That's it.
But I think we're about to wrap it up here, guys. The live stream's been on. Just want to say hello for a little bit. We're about to start chilling. very boring task. You guys don't want to watch just filling up buckets of hot or cold water, but thanks for joining for the stream while you could. Much appreciate you joining in the last minute like that. Didn't even announce the stream. You guys just popped in because you wanted to hang out at the last second. So thanks for joining. Clay, you got any words for these fellas before we let them go?
I sure do.
Oh, he does, apparently.
I would recommend you super chat. This guy right here, super chat, Mr. BEER-N-BBQ by Larry. He is the real deal. So super chat him. Give him messages, not me. Give him messages, and let him know what you're brewing, what you're doing. I think that'd be awesome for him to respond to you. And I don't know, maybe we'll pop back on later. I don't think so, but
who knows? We'll see. Once we're done brewing and sitting by the patio, having a few drinks and maybe another stogie, maybe we'll have time to kill.
Possibly. Anyway, yeah. So pay up, brew up. Love you. Mwah.
Okay. I'll see you guys later, hopefully. Ciao. Yeah. Oop, not yet. End. Yes, end. There we go.